professional window replacement detailed bid, it's everything. So like, again, when one of the earlier things I said, there are a lot of window companies that will come out there and they won't even measure. They'll walk around and they go, these 10 windows will be blah, blah, blah. And you'll be like, oh, and because homeowners want a fast bid, they don't want to waste a lot of time talking to some sales guy and all that stuff. They're like, I can get my 10 windows done for that. That's good. All right, get my next guy in here, get a bid. And so what happens is they're doing themselves a disservice. They're getting estimates and all they're hearing is a number. Well, human nature is I'm going to go with the lowest number. If there's nothing differentiating them, why spend more? Let's get the same. If I can buy a tomato here for a nickel and tomato here for $1 and they're both the same tomato, I'm buying the nickel one, I can promise you. So you have to explain the difference and you have to know what is involved in it. It's not just, hey, we're installing these 10 windows. It's these 10 windows consist of X, Y, and Z. It's going to be, ours is triple glass. And then it's, it's not just simply as saying is, hey, triple glass is better. Okay, sure, you sell triple glass, you're supposed to say that. It's substantiating. Why is triple glass better? Because it's more efficient. Why is it more efficient? Well, it's not actually the glass that's the insulator, it's the dead air space in between the glass. And on a double glass window, you have one dead air space or one insulating barrier. And on a triple glass window, you have two dead air spaces or two insulating barriers. So it's an exponential gain in efficiency. But it takes a lot longer to tell that than just to say the 10 windows installed are duh. So we want to sit down and give the people a thorough demonstration, and we want to do a full consultation. We're going to go window to window. We're going to measure each and every window, and we're going to observe each and every opening to make sure, it's like, the crazy thing is, you wouldn't believe this, but we pay one price to install a window ground level. We pay another price to install a window second story, and we pay another price to install it third story. Now, a lot of the work's done from the interior, but there's work done from the exterior. And I can tell you as a big guy, you got to pay me a lot of money to get to the top of that ladder. So, so there's all kinds of things like that we have to take into consideration so that we're pricing this properly. And then you also have the conditioning and the opening. Is there a lot of wood rot? Is there minor wood rot? Is it, are there other issues? Are there secondary things like, is there siding rotted around that window? Do we need to do siding repair or siding replacement? It's just a lot of things that go into giving an accurate bid. And the last thing you as a homeowner want is for us to say, hey, the price to do these 10 windows is this. And then we come out and we get in there and like, oh, that's not included, that's extra. Well, the homeowner's like, hey, you guys give me a bid. Well, yeah, we give you a bid for 10 windows installed, but we didn't give a bid for this, and this now costs blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I'm stuck. They've got the window out. What am I going to do? And so we try to cover everything from the start. Now, I have to be honest, there are times where there's things you can't tell. You take the window out and see the walls rotted inside, and you're just like, holy mackerel, we had no idea. And that's happened. But we do our best to mitigate that problem from the start because we don't want any surprises either. Our goal is to come out, take your windows out, put the new windows in, get your money and get out of there and go do it again somewhere else. So we don't want to get held up. We want to be prepared to do it from the start. And so, but a lot of window companies aren't that way. It's like, give them a price, get out, and we'll sell it cheap and all that stuff. And then when they get out there, everything's extra. It takes a sit down. And we want at least an hour of your time to go over the product, to go over the installation, to go over the openings, to make sure everything's right so that you have a full and formal bid that you can base your buying decision off of.